What's going on, everybody? David here. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update. So, rental cars. One thing you need to know about rental cars, and this is not just in Hawaii. Right now I'm in Kauai. Show you a nice, beautiful ocean here. But I want to talk about the rental car situation, how you can avoid some of the pitfalls. So I had a situation, came in to Kauai, we got here at night. And the plan was not actually to get here at night. The plan was actually to get here during the day. So it would have been around 7 o'clock when we landed. But current situation with the airline industry, they are short-staffed, so that means that they are switching flights around. So because of that, we didn't arrive until 10:23 p.m. So we arrived at night, right before closing at the rental car place, went down there. They told us, and it was one of the situations where they just tell you, any car in this aisle, go ahead and pick it. And so that's what we did. Walked down, looked at a few cars, selected the car that we wanted. However, it was dark. And they did have some lights on, but not a lot. And so because of that, I couldn't get a good look at the car. And this is what I always do, and this is the tip here when it comes to renting cars. Always make sure that you walk around the car, of course, but take pictures. All right, let me get away from this motorcycle. But you don't even have to take pictures. You can do a recording. So you can record the car. And that's probably the easiest way to do it. But when it's dark, it's hard to do that. And so I found myself in that situation where I'm checking the vehicle, but it's not really as thorough as I want because of the fact that it's dark. So anyway, drive out, and later on that night, so we went to a few stops, and then we ended up at the hotel. I'm walking away from the vehicle. It's better, it's well lit at the hotel. And so I could see that there was a little ding on the passenger side, passenger rear. And so at this point, now I'm thinking, okay, well, I didn't see it, and now I see it, so I'm gonna have to figure something out. And so rather than call, I was thinking about calling the rental car place, but rather than call, the best thing to do in this situation is actually go down there and show them exactly the damage. Now in this case, the damage, it was probably about 1.5 inches, but it was clearly a ding. It wasn't even, I mean, it looks like they rubbed up against something. And so that was a concern of mine. Obviously they always give you this little circle that you can put on the damage. Usually they'll show you like, okay, if it's bigger than this circle, then you need to let us know about it. But if it's smaller than, if it's smaller than that circle, then you're fine. But if it's bigger than that circle, you need to let them know about it. And so in this case, it was right on that borderline. So I decided to drive down there, drove down there the next morning, early next morning, like 7:30 a.m. And they went ahead and looked at it, and she said, okay, you know what, I'll sign it off, but we don't normally do this. You need to make sure you inspect the car before you leave. And that brings me to an issue I have with rental car places. They should actually be walking the vehicle with you. It shouldn't just be you walking the vehicle, because they should be walking the vehicle with you, and they should also have a list of the damages that are already on the vehicle. Because you don't know, you're walking through, there could be damage that's already on the vehicle that you think, okay, well, I need to let them know about this, but they already have it recorded. So that's just a side note. Now, when it comes to insurance and insuring vehicles, now this is your choice. This is up to you. But what some people will do is they will pay for the insurance through the rental car place before they leave. That's one option. Another option is obviously you can use your own insurance. Okay, most insurance carriers will allow you to drive a rental car and they will cover you. Another option, and this is the option that I use a credit card that gives you that perk. There are credit cards out there that will give you the Chase Sapphire Reserve is a card that I use. It gives you insurance, and it is the primary insurance. So if I get in an accident, the insurance will come through the Chase Sapphire Reserve card and not through my insurance. Or I don't have to be in a situation where I get insurance through the rental car company, because Chase will cover that. So it's just one of those things. Now you really need to check your credit cards, because some credit cards will tell you, oh yes, we give you insurance, car insurance for rental cars, but it's secondary insurance, which means it's not going to cover the initial damage. It'll cover other things, maybe stuff that's been lost from the vehicle, that kind of stuff. But as far as like if you get in an accident, it's not the primary insurance, it's secondary. So just make sure you understand that. But nonetheless, when it comes to rental cars, be careful, be very careful. And I can speak for Hawaii right now. There's a shortage of vehicles in Hawaii. It is hard to rent a car in Hawaii. And so just be aware of that as well when you come out here. Because of the situation last year, all of 2020, a lot of these rental car companies, they sent their vehicles back. They sent their vehicles back to the States, to California, what have you, and used them there instead of keeping them on the island, because there was no one on the island. No one was allowed to come onto the island. And so just something to note. If you're watching this video, make sure the first thing you want to do is book your reservations, but then you also want to check out the rental car situation, because if you don't do that, you might be out here and not have a vehicle. And in certain areas, that could be very troublesome. In Kauai, it's very troublesome. You don't have, you have Lyft, you have Uber, but you don't have that many vehicles around. And the main reason you don't is because everyone rents vehicles here. So they don't really do the Lyft service, the Uber service. So just something to know about Kauai. I'm gonna go ahead and take off here, but I just wanted to give you guys an update. Yes, had an issue with the vehicle. It had some damage on it, and luckily they took care of that for me, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I was a little concerned. Even though, like I said, I had the insurance already planned with my credit card, it was still one of those situations where it was a little nerve-wracking, just knowing the current state. So that's all I have for you guys. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.